Welcome to the Mena Surge podcast, the ultimate source for all things Web3 and FinTech related in the Mena region. Powered by FinTech Surge and Future Blockchain Summit, taking place at Dubai Harbor, October 15th through 18th, alongside Expand Northstar and in association with GITEX Global. Great, we're here with Markose, Mena representative at BingX. Thanks for joining us today, Markose.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Yeah, and I'm also excited for the Future Blockchain Summit. You know, you guys are working on some pretty cool stuff. So many events happening at the same time. A lot of people, a lot of energy. So yeah, and October's a great time to be in Dubai, though.
It's a great time, a lot better than it was a month ago, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. It was hot, but hey, it's getting better now, so.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, you know, BingX is a strategic sponsor at Future Blockchain Summit. Shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, definitely. I think, not just from our side, BingX, you know, we're really excited to be the strategic sponsor of Future Blockchain Summit just because it's one of the biggest events in the MENA region, and the MENA region for quite some time has been really attractive, not only just for, you know, like crypto and Web3, but also other industries in general. I think from a global macro point of view, apologies, and I'm sound a little bit nerdy, I guess, but the point is that, you know, a lot of people are coming to Dubai and the MENA region. You know, exciting things happening in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. You know, a couple of months ago, Qatar had the World Cup, you know, so a lot of positive energy is getting into this place. So, you know, we're just here to be part of the action. So yeah, glad to be here.
Great. We're excited to be part of the action. So tell us a little bit about this week. Tell us a little bit about your background. Tell us a little bit about what it is that BingX does.
All right, let me give a little bit my origin story. So, my name is Markose Chenthitta. I was actually born and brought up in Sunnyside, Dubai. I used to live in the old side of Deira. So right after high school, I moved from one desert in Dubai to another desert in West Texas. And after that, came back to Dubai and, did the usual financial services stuff. But hey, you know, I found my calling in crypto and Web3. So, right now I'm working with BingX as the MENA brand representative. So basically, in simple terms, you can call me as a crypto evangelist, you know, just spreading the good word of how crypto and blockchain is going to revolutionize the internet, information, and money. So that's pretty much my role with BingX, and just getting BingX out in the open and supporting traders as well as the Web3 economy.
Yeah. Sounds good. It sounds almost like the Mena brand representative. Sounds like they just saw your face and said, that's what Mena BingX looks like.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Great. And so, you know, you said that you are essentially a Dubai baby, as we call those who grew up in Dubai.
One of those third culture kids, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so why did BingX choose the MENA region specifically? We touched a little bit on the fast growing pace of the MENA region, but how does MENA region fit BingX so well?
Well, the two things. The first one is we saw this video on Instagram. Habibi, come to Dubai. That's the main one. That's the bestseller.
But okay, we will.
Habibi, let's go, yalla. So that's the first one. But for the main reason is the MENA region has really evolved. It has attracted a lot of people. I think if you talk about couple of years ago when I was here, I didn't really hear much about Bitcoin and crypto. I mean, it was just such a fringe topic. But after like 2021, I mean, Dubai really changed, and it just opened up this whole economy for crypto and Web3. And now you're seeing Web3 entrepreneurship like really rising up in this place. So that's one side. But you're also seeing just the openness of the region to call forth, capital, talent, just come over here. And, we're seeing the trends from the West moving towards the East. I mean, we do have our strength in Southeast Asia, but also we're seeing great things in Latin America. But MENA has been really attractive. And also the youth in the MENA region, I mean, these guys, they are hungry. I mean, they want to be successful, they want to make a social impact, a positive impact, not only just for themselves, but also they're thinking way beyond. Like they're thinking about like intergenerational family wealth. And this is something, how to translate it in the old world of, traditional finance into this massive, crazy world in crypto and Web3. So I think that's what got us really excited about Mena. Just to give you a clarity, like BingX is a trading platform, and we are obsessed about getting the best traders on our platform and connecting users to our platform. But we also are more than just an exchange. We also have our VC side, which is we invest in early stage startups. We want to be part of the crypto Web3 on-chain economy. So we are moving from the fiat world into the crypto world and into this whole new realm of on-chain economy. And Mena has a good thing going on. So yeah, so we're excited.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, one of the things that I think is similar between Mena and this blockchain crypto economy is the newness, right?
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
know the UAE is not a very old country. My
True.
parents
Yeah.
are older than the entire country is.
Yeah, yeah.
So UAE really had a chance to kind of start from scratch and to build itself, without the bad habits, without the things that say, no, you can't build this fast. No, you can't grow this fast.
Yeah.
They said, who's stopping us? Let's go ahead and do this. And then
Oh,
all
true.
of a sudden we see Web3, blockchain, crypto, and it's a completely new technology that now, like you said, can be sustainable from the beginning. It's not like the automotive industry where we already have all these engines that run off of this type of fuel.
Right,
Now you
yeah,
want
yeah.
us to completely do away with that. No, we're starting from scratch.
True.
It can be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sustainable from the beginning, and I think that's why there's such a great similarity between the MENA region and crypto. It's new. You can do it right the first time and grow a lot faster. There's no barriers.
I would also add this: if you are a single person, like an individual, you could make an impact because the spirit or the principle of decentralization, right? Like basically the power to the individual. They could have an impact. They could have ownership, right? So if you think of like Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, I'm sure you heard read, write, but the Web 3 is you have an opportunity to own something. If you look at the old guard or the incumbent, like your fangs and gangs, however you want to term them, like they kind of own most of it. But here, you and me, like from on the local level, we could be part of this economy. So and we could have a stake. We could also benefit from this. So I mean, when I mentioned about intergenerational family wealth, I mean this is something really. It has a meaning in the Emirati culture, the Indian cultures, and a lot of the cultures who settled over here. They understand this. So it's really a matter of time to overcome that technological hump, the hump, or the nerdy stuff you got to deal with Web3. But once you overcome that, man, like I think it's going to be a game changer. So that's why I'm really excited, to get BingX over here, and like, hey, let's make our Marco here, and let's work out a plan to make a big impact. So yeah.
Yep, great. And we know that BingX, is an exchange.
Yeah.
And the reason why I have to say an exchange is because there are other exchanges.
Sure. Yeah.
Hate to break it to you, but
Yeah, I
there
get it.
are
Yeah,
other
yeah.
exchanges.
But many of them, I agree. Don't worry. I get hit with this question a lot of times. So and sure. I think from the optics side, there are a lot of centralized exchanges, a lot of DEXs. I get it, but let me put it this way. Let me throw some stats and numbers, right? So right now, the adoption rate of crypto is what, 5%. What's the adoption rate of the internet? 60%. It is still sort of relatively new technology, but globally it's only 60%. So the way I see it is we have plenty of room. I mean, there's a bigger world out there. So I think we still have a great opportunity to onboard 1 billion users to be part of this Web3 economy. So look, it's an open field. So what I can tell you is like if we hit the 20% mark, then we'll worry about it. So right now, like, hey, this is open space, we can work together. Let's, get people excited about crypto and how they could use this technology to change the way they use the internet, how they own data, and also refine and redefine money. So, like I said again, it's still an open game. So there's still room, there's still space, and I think our approach is through the bulls and bears, we've still been moving steady. So yeah, and we are here to stay for the long term. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, just because there's others that are also playing the same game, doesn't mean that there's no space for new ones as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the numbers, I mean, we're still 5%. So I mean, it's minuscule. So I guess a lot of people who say that is because I don't think they're in the space yet, or they're not seeing the bigger picture. So hopefully, if you guys come to the Future Blockchain Summit, and you check out the different speakers and the different companies over there, I think people will see that, hey, I think there's a lot going on. There's a lot of opportunities for even new people coming in. And hey, we need more competition, because in the end, it benefits the traders, it benefits the country, it benefits a lot of people. So
Yeah, of
competition
course.
is good.
You know, competition leads to better solutions, faster
Exactly.
solutions, cheaper solutions
Yeah,
in a certain
yeah.
way. So
True, yeah.
absolutely. So it really helps.
Yeah.
And so we know that the adoption of Web3 into blockchain technologies is crucial if we're going to continue to grow this industry. How is BingX contributing towards the adoption of Web3 into the blockchain technologies?
Oh, sure. No, that's great. In terms of our exchange, from the exchange side of things, we're trying to work on the smaller details, how to work better with our traders, how to have a better affiliate program, and also we have our VC side of things. And of course, like we do see, look, we came from the world, from the fiat world to the crypto world. Now we're entering to the on-chain, which is, decentralization, DEXs, a lot of different Web3 applications. So we are looking into, the other side, and, investing in maybe some new ideas, new startups. So yeah, so we are open to it, and we are not afraid of, the DEXs or other tech. We see it as, part of our way to make an impact. So so just being an exchange isn't just one thing, but we're also doing more than that. So we are looking definitely in the DeFi space. I think there is a lot of opportunity when it comes to decentralized finance, where self custody. I mean, you name it. So that area still needs a lot of improvement, but we do know that the future is heading that way. But also other Web3 applications in terms of Web3 media, using AI as part of the service stack to what do you say, improve the onboarding or the viewer experience. So that is also needed. So yeah, so we see that. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that there is competition in the market, but there's also a lot of collaboration in the market. And I think that that's one of the exciting things about the blockchain space, is that there's always collaborations, there's always partnerships. You don't start with an idea and then look around you and say, all right, how are we going to do it? You look around at who has done that and says, hey, let's go ahead and get together and work on this together. Similar to the UAE, a small, brand new country. They didn't look within themselves. They looked within the world and said, hey, you're one of the top architects in the world. Come build the tallest building in the world. And that's how they kind of built. And so what are some of the collaborations and partnerships that BingX has forged within the MENA region?
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad you brought up the collaboration side of things, because we do realize, like, as an exchange or as a company, we can move fast. But if you really want to grow, and especially in Web3, and getting the Web3 as a technology adopted by small businesses, local institutions, and other agencies out there, individuals too, you need collaborators. You need to grow. You need collaborators to grow. So as far as our plans for partnerships and collaboration in the MENA region, we are looking at the local level. We are looking at working with different communities. I'll give an example. We're trying to partner with Coffee and Crypto, which is sort of like a developer first meetup where they have technical discussions and stuff. So these guys also are connected with ETH Dubai, and recently they're gonna start ETH Riyadh. So the idea is to work on the local level with like-minded people. Some of them have connections with different blockchain protocols. So I cannot mention the names, but I can tell you this is that some of the collaboration partnerships they're trying to work on will definitely be beneficial on a local level to help develop the developer economy, but also attract traders as well. So if you're starting from a local level, definitely I'm trying to like connect with different education institutions because of course I know it's cliche to say education or learning and stuff, but it is kind of true because I think there's an opportunity for me, in my opinion, for younger students or the young people to teach Web3 to the older parents, and the older parents or the adults, they can teach financial principles and values, which is really needed because sometimes as folks in the tech, like we want to do things fast, we grow fast, but sometimes we also need the principles to be the guiding skeleton or the box to like direct that incredible energy in the right direction. So we're trying to work on those kinds of collaborations. So
Yeah, so you touched on the young people teaching the older ones the new age of money. This is how money will
yeah.
operate as we move forward, whereas the old ones could teach them the principles that actually
Yeah.
this is how money actually works. So even though it's a
Yeah.
new type of money,
Right.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
principles still apply, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, true. Yeah. Yeah.
What's one of the whenever you are in this space, and
Yeah.
obviously you've committed and invested into BingX and the crypto space, how much room do we have for patience with the people that just say, I'm too old, I don't need to learn this. Actually, you know what, like let the next generation get it behind this, but I don't need. And we've seen it with computers, we've seen it with the internet. They say that time
Yeah.
was before, that time's after me, I don't need to get involved with that. How much patience, how much education do we really need to invest into making sure, no, you do need to learn this because it will affect you?
I guess it just boils down to individual choice, though. I'll tell you this. Like, I remember watching this video many years ago. There was a time, like, people started using credit card to, pay for McDonald's or Burger King and stuff. I remember that this particular video, like, a lot of the adults, and they're like, that's kind of dumb, that's kind of crazy, So, but over here, if you're here in Dubai, like, hey, we tap it, right? Groceries, your fuel, your air tickets or whatever, like we just tap it. But I think it's just a matter of time. People start seeing it. So I'll give you an example too, also with my mom too. Like earlier, she's not big into cell phones and stuff, but now she's on YouTube and she's sending me links on YouTube on WhatsApp and stuff. So I think you got to give some people some time and not force. Oh yeah, Web3 is going to change the game and stuff. I remember I used to do that, and I get awkward stares, and I still do get awkward stares, but at least now it's better. But I learned to be patient and just live and let live. So yeah, so it's just part of the game. You just have to be patient. But there are a lot of people who are converted. So use your time and energy with those guys and get them to work on some pretty cool stuff, like either start your own trading community or maybe work on a Web3 project. So yeah.
That's actually great advice. And, I think that one of the things that may be slowing down the older generation is possibly just the media. You tend to see more of like what happened with FTX, what happened with Luna, and you hear that a lot more on the
Yeah.
news than, hey, somebody is creating
Yeah.
a sustainable solution and now we could trade crypto without, exerting a lot of energy. That doesn't make the news quite as much as the bad things. And, I think that one of the things that's more difficult is just they don't understand the technology. They don't understand that it's actually safer. And then they see the news that actually reaffirms that they don't understand anything and it's not safe. So, one of the things that I get excited about with this industry is that it is the regulations. It is the transparency. And, a lot of this was designed to combat the bureaucracy within banks and how long it takes and how antiquated it takes. But then on the other side, we're celebrating regulations and authorities. And we know that Dubai was one of the first ones to have the VARA, the Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority.
Exactly.
It's a thing to be celebrated because now we can actually trade safely with transparency, with security, not have to worry about the frauds, and we can trade a lot more safely. So how do you see, the evolution of security and transparency as we continue to forge ahead?
Yeah, I guess I think one of the first examples I can give is, many of the exchanges, including us, we uh, are transparent with our, I guess, our reserves, like our proof of reserves. For example, with BingX, it's audited by Mazars, so they are like a kind of like a security company that does the reports, twice a month, that kind of thing. So many other exchanges are doing that. I think in many ways we are much more ahead of the banks too, because if you look at, I remember the time like when I graduated like 2009 and stuff, the global financial crisis. So I remember some of my family members, their 401k became 1k, so but they didn't get any how do you say, compensation and anything like that. So it was a very different time. So in this way, like what I'm seeing over here is like, we're learning from what's happened in the past, what's happened in other countries, and we're trying to be as transparent, but also respecting the individual's privacy as well too, so like which also we also need, like rule of law to what do you say, protect the individual too. So which is important because you need that balance. And with Web3 we have amazing talented people who are working on zero knowledge proof, which is kind of like, think of it as advanced mathematics. It's a way to, you can say, be compliant, but also provide privacy too. So it helps, what do you say, create a positive social relationship with the citizen and government officials. So I think this can help foster a much more peaceful and a prosperous society, which I'm all for, because hey, I want to, I don't want to be like, celebrate on my own. I want to celebrate, with everybody else and prosper together.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that the emergence or the re-emergence of AI is really kind of helping that as well.
Yeah,
When it
yeah.
comes to just being able to digest and regurgitate a lot of information and make quicker decisions based on way
Oh.
more information than you can ever fill out on a handwritten
Oh,
KYC.
totally. Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, that's something that we're also seeing as well, is that, when you see with banks and they have 30 different levels of managers to go through, and if you think that these are,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, employees, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Their job is to keep their job. And
sure.
so
Yeah.
what's more likely to have them keep their job, by making a risky decision and it working out, or not making the risky decision at all?
Yeah, yeah.
They probably would rather just, I'm going to keep my job and go ahead and
Yeah.
reject this sort of the
I,
loan.
I no, I agree with you because before crypto, I used to work in the financial services space. So yeah, so definitely I'm familiar with it, and but I also seeing like this evolution where, like for example, like the previous company I worked with had like 500 employees, but if you look at like DeFi protocols, for example, even some of the exchanges too, like now they have like much more smaller, very competent, and they're using like really advanced tools to like solve problems and connect well in real time. So things are becoming much more efficient. So yeah, I mean, and definitely like AI is also sort of changing the game, where what do you say, like is improving the processes in the DeFi space too. It is also helping us to connect fragmented liquidity in different pools and stuff. So it's I know not many people will get it, but eventually, inshallah, you will get it. You will see like, hey, you can access money faster and stuff, and also in a compliant way too. So yeah.
For sure, and it's safer and it's transparent, and nobody's going to steal your money.
Yeah, yeah. It's all on the blockchain. It's a public ledger, so and it's not that hard to, how do you say, learn about the structure of the blockchain and stuff. I know it's all like nerdy words and all that stuff, but give it some time. People will, it's going to be like embodied in themselves. They will just, it's just like kind of like a natural instinct. And we got AI too, so
Yeah,
check the
that's one of the
boxes.
things I think that blockchain sort of messed up on with their marketing and PR, is just they're trying to teach the ins and outs of what a blockchain is, what a node is. And
Oh my goodness!
it confuses
I
people
know.
more than anything.
Man, I'll never forget. A couple of years ago, I was trying to like explain to this girl like what is blockchain and stuff. Oh man, it is just like this that stupid look on her face. Like it just look at me like, oh my goodness, like wait what? Like, and I was so passionate about it. So I get it, and I think in terms of blockchain. Um, I guess as an industry, we have a sort of like a messaging problem. So we are not able to articulate our value to the marketplace, how we could make their life better, how we could, help you, for example, own your own data. like give permission to Facebook or Meta or whoever. Hey, you want my data? You gotta pay for it. You need my permission. So how can you do that? How can they get some benefit out of it? Or how to be your own bank, or how to trade these high volumes and stuff with less risk, and so yeah. So that's something I think as an industry, it's an ongoing process. It's going to take some time. So
For sure. It kind of reminds me of the cloud. Remember when the cloud first came
oh,
out?
10 years
and
ago. Oh,
Everybody was all confused. What's the
everyone
cloud?
was scared of it.
We
Like
don't use that term anymore.
Yeah,
You realize
yeah.
we just
I know,
say we're
yeah, yeah.
saving it on Dropbox. We're saving it on the drive. We
Yeah.
don't say cloud anymore. It
I
confused
know.
everybody.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I know. I know. I remember like many years ago, like many of the executives they had these panel discussions. Oh, there's some security issues, all that stuff. But you're right. Yeah, I mean, like we use cloud pretty much every day. I mean, I have an Apple. Like all my stuff is in the cloud. So yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
So how long has BingX been in the Middle East? I believe it started off in East Asia, correct?
Yeah, so we started in 2018, and as far as MENA is concerned, we entered the MENA market, I would say officially like in June.
Oh,
Yeah.
June.
So yeah, yeah. So we're starting it slowly. So we're not trying to go in a big bang way, except with the Future Blockchain Summit, of course. But yeah, but like I mentioned earlier, so we're trying to start from the local level. Build the connections with different communities, and also collaborate and partner with different blockchain protocols who are also are excited about this region, and they are trying to forge some interesting brand partnerships in the Web2 space. So stay tuned. Yeah.
So kind of, been here since June. It's
Yeah.
October for anybody that doesn't know just yet.
I know.
So you've been here just a few months, and now
Yeah.
you finally got your feet on the ground as BingX. What is the short-term vision that you have, and where do you really see BingX 10, 5, 15 years from now?
No, great question. In terms of short term, I guess for now, because my goal with BingX is to, get its name out there. Get people to know, hey, you know what? There are other, it's not just this exchange or that exchange. BingX is here to, connect with the traders in this region, and we're seeing a lot of traders are moving to Dubai because the fact is that a lot of traders from the West, so maybe from other parts of the world, they all want to come to a place where they're treated best. And Dubai and also Abu Dhabi too, I would add as well, has treated people really well, and they can do business efficiently, successfully, and also live a great life too. So for us is to connect with those kinds of communities. But in terms of the long-term goal, I think MENA region, like I know a lot of people focus on the GCC, but there's also incredible opportunities on the other side, like Egypt, Morocco. I know a lot of people are talking a lot of, there's a lot of negative about Lebanon, but I do believe that in those regions, I think there is this big social change taking place. And like the youth, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, they're going to be super entrepreneurial. You're going to see a lot of Web3 entrepreneurialism. I think that's going to be pretty exciting. So how to that's what we want to be. We want to tap to that, and I think a lot of successful traders are coming from the MENA region as well. Because if you look at the history of Dubai, Dubai is an ancient trading hub. It used to trade commodities, dates, items, pearls. It's like my family used to have a re-export business, but guess what? What's the next evolution of trading? Trading digital assets and virtual assets. So it just makes sense. So yeah. That's what we recognize. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that BingX will do big things here. I think there's definitely room for you to grow, and I think this is the perfect place for you to grow as well.
Yeah.
And that's why we do these events like Future Blockchain Summit, just to make sure that the ones entering to the market that really want to change the ecosystem have full range to listen to experts, to
Right.
network with investors, to network with partners, to network with collaborators, with potential clients, with the users, with the traders.
Yeah.
They're all going to be there.
Totally. Yeah.
And this year, as you know, we're going to be at Dubai Harbor, completely new location. Last year, we were located with Jitex at the Dubai World Trade Center.
Right. Yeah.
Completely new location, opening on a Sunday, so you don't even have to miss the day of work
Right.
So
Okay.
October
Yeah.
15th through 18th, Sunday through Wednesday, alongside North Star, the largest startup and investors event in the world, 1,800
Right.
startups.
Yeah.
So what can we expect to see from BingX at Future Blockchain Summit?
What do we expect? No, that's a great question. I think for us is we just want to showcase that, hey, we're here in the MENA region officially, and we do have some big plans in terms of from our affiliate programs and some of our services that we offer, and the goal is also to to attract new traders and also new of course new users as well. But we also see a lot of startups also coming to Dubai as well. So our goal also is to have conversation with different thought leaders in the space, as well as also I would love to have build relationships with regulators as well, because you know. Uh, at least over here, I'm seeing this sponsor drive from some of the leadership over here. They are going to, like, I met them in Token 2049 and some other places, and they are really excited to really develop Dubai to be sort of like a blockchain capital or like a Web3 capital that will not only just stay over here, but it'll be a blessing to other parts of the MENA region as well. So definitely want to build good connections and, hey, showcase that, hey, BingX is a reliable partner and we are here to stay here for the long run.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you there,
Yeah, sure,
just
sure,
a few
yeah.
weeks away. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.